Hey everybody, welcome to Tribelife Tuesdays. So excited to have you here. So this series we were talking about being courageous and being brave, and I am super pumped to share with you today about emotional intelligence. And you may ask, how in the world does emotional intelligence have anything to do with being courageous? And I'm going to tell you. But the first thing that I want to do is I am an essential oil lover and user, and so today I actually put on, right before I started the video, this little oil here called Valor. It is my most favorite oil and I use it every day in place of perfume. That is my perfume. And what Valor does is it helps to invoke these feelings of grounding and empowerment and bravery, courage. I mean, it's called Valor. So I have put that on so that I can give you the best that I got. So let's jump right in. Emotional intelligence, let's define it. It says the capacity to be aware of, control, and express one's emotions and to handle interpersonal relationships judiciously and empathetically. And I love that definition because it's not just dealing with your emotions, it's actually saying, okay, be aware of it and be able to express it. So there's some action involved there. And it really is a big deal. Be aware of what's going on, be mindful of what's happening inside of you because it really is important, and be able to express that. You don't have to sit and brood in it and kind of get lost in it. I don't ever think that's healthy, but it is healthy to be able to identify it and express it, hopefully in a safe community, and then move on, for lack of a better word, or be able to categorize it, use it as data to get you to your next place. I watched a TED Talk recently by Susan David called The Gift, let's see what it was called, make sure I'm giving you the right name. It's called The Gift and Power of Emotional Courage. I would highly recommend that you watch that. It really is very eye-opening and has some really great information. I will link it in the comments below, but definitely go watch that. So emotional intelligence. Why and how does emotional intelligence and courage have anything to do with one another? Well, in order to be courageous, we have to know who we are. We have to be able to identify what it is that moves us, why we're moved. We have to know who we are, what's going on in here. And emotional intelligence does just that. It's intentional, set aside moments to acknowledge and express. And so it's like emotional intelligence, identity, courage, or emotional intelligence, identity, courage. Knowing who we are helps determine what we fight for, who we fight with, not like fight against, but like who we tribe with, who our community is. And so I really believe that if we can start identifying what's going on inside of us and expressing it in our healthy communities, then it gives us this sense of empowerment and encouragement to go out and be courageous in the thing that we are meant to do, the calling or the purpose that you have. So I want to share with you, I love this little statement. I wrote this down. Emotional intelligence is a huge contributor to your courage, and courage can happen when we know ourselves. It's our identity. So the best place to start is with our core values. Core values are a big deal. They help us to identify more of who we are. It's what are the things that shake you? What are the things that move you? What are the things that really propel you or push you forward? It can be things that are really joyful and happy and wonderful, or it could be things that kind of make you angry, the things that make you mad. I know for me personally, I've had a few instances where I really was taken advantage of just because I didn't know this particular part of the law or whatever, and I hate, like, I know it's a strong word, but I hate that feeling of just being taken advantage of, the injustice that's wrapped up in that. I know that that's something that moves me, and as I continue to allow myself to feel, and then express that, more and more of what I'm called to do, what my purpose is, begins to rise to the surface. So I want to challenge you, really, as soon as this video is done, to get out a notepad or open up your phone, the note app on your phone, and write down what your core values are. Write down just a few of the things that move you, that like really impress you. I know for me, I was on vacation with my brother, my husband, and my brother's wife, and my sister-in-law, and we were going through downtown LA, and I never really realized how large the homeless population was. And we had drove through this little area, I guess, where a large concentration of the homeless community lives, and like, you can ask any one of them. I was just, after seeing that, I was just really like shaken. I was really taken back. And it's not like the first time I had seen a homeless community, but there was something about it that really just shook me. It really moved me. And I still really don't know entirely what that was, but I can identify like that, whether it's that community of people, that demographic, whatever it is, it really does something to me. And so like, I want to help, obviously, to the level in which they will allow me to help. So so I'm going to join you in this adventure of identifying my core values. I haven't done it in a while, so I'm going to do it again with you. I'm going to probably stick with my top 3 or 4 core values and write those down. And then over the next week, I'm going to be intentional about going back to them and go, why does this move me? Why does this shake me? Why does this bring me so much happiness? Why does this make me so angry? And just kind of be intentional about setting my time and sitting in that, my core values. And so I would really challenge you to do the same. And then we're gonna talk more next week about what came from it, what I got from it. And I'm excited. I'm excited for you to see and start identifying what is it that moves you. So, core values this week, write them down, just a few of them. What moves you? What shakes you to your core? What's the thing that I like to ask this question, but what's the thing that you would go do with money and time were no issue, that wasn't about you? Just kind of another way to think of, that's kind of how I process. And so anyways, so over the next week, just take some time and sit in the things that you're passionate about, because it's very, very, very real that your purpose is connected to what you're passionate about. So thank you so much for joining us. If you enjoyed this video, if you think someone could also use it, or you want to bring them into the tribe, please do so by sharing and liking. And I'm really looking forward to chatting again with you next week. Happy Tribelife Tuesday.